girl Jeremy. You know, always have something to say. I'm chilling in the studio. Y'all, Elliot is back. That's what I said. Elliot is back and live in full effect. And y'all already know we have our guest here. We talking about the CEO. That's right, CEO of HipHop Streets. Give it up for Marquis Johnson.
Oh yeah, post effect. I'm definitely putting some round of applause.
What a way to, man. That wakes me up on this Saturday morning right here, man.
He was like, I did not know. He was like, I did not know she was gonna do all that. I thought she was gonna be like, hi. But you are the CEO and owner of HipHop Streets, correct?
Correct.
So tell us, what is HipHop Streets? What is that? What is it like? Is it like a?
Let him explain it. Let him explain it, and then we'll get to the questions.
Well, HipHop Streets is a independent music app that was created to help underground artists all over the world gain exposure. And this idea was brought about by just seeing how technology was moving and how everybody was going into the apps, and you wasn't having too many CDs and tapes and cassettes anymore. And I just thought that the underground artists would need a platform before they go to the major platforms. So it's a multimedia brand. We have music videos, podcast videos, just an all-around independent platform for underground artists all over the world.
Already. So when you spun off the idea, because I'm right now downloading it, what was your personal intent behind it? Like, what did you think the game was missing that HipHop Streets, the app, provides?
I thought that, to be honest with you, the craziest thing about it was what actually sparked the whole idea was Kanye West had made a statement years ago that he wasn't putting out no more CDs and you were gonna have to stream his music. And from that point, I started thinking about the underground artists. Like, okay, if they're going to be streaming music and the underground artists, back when I was coming up as an underground artist, you sat in front of the corner stores, or you went to the mall with your CDs and you passed them out to people. And that's how you created a buzz for yourself. So I thought about, okay, so if Kanye West is saying there's no more CDs, he's powerful enough that the game is going to change. So let me change with it. So what I thought about doing with the app was giving them that platform before they get to Spotify, before they get the Tidal, before they get to Apple Music. Because I felt like a lot of underground artists was jumping to these platforms with good music, but they were going to be overlooked because these platforms were for major artists. So I just wanted a playing field for them so they can create an audience and perfect their craft.
Man, I'm scrolling through it right now. I see you got a nice selection already up here, which is dope. So as with the app, obviously it's in full production right now. What additions do you think that you'll be adding to it in the coming months, years, so on and so on?
Okay. We recently just added the podcast videos. So that's something we just recently added within the last 30 days. But we're also adding a store. So underground artists will be able to sell their music. And we're also doing a live stream feature for underground artists that need to have showcases and want to get their audience, because everybody might have 200,000 followers on IG, but how can all 200,000 followers see you perform? So we're adding a live stream events where you'd be able to live stream your shows through the app as well.
Oh, dope. Okay. Man, might be dope to have the Trend Talk podcast up here.
Oh,
hey,
okay.
We want them. That's what we want. We look for the independent podcast shows because, and I always tell them that we're not saying don't put it on them other platforms, but put it on our platform as well, just to see
Absolutely.
our audience and our let them see what you got going on around the world.
Talk to us
Absolutely.
about the selection process for these independent artists to be on Hip Hop Streets. As far as the app goes, as far as who do you select to be on that platform? Because what some people may not know is you put a lot of artists on, especially on the Netflix show. Was it Rhythm and Flow? Correct? Was it
Rhythm
Rhythm
and
and
flow.
Flow? So how do you go through that process in selecting them?
Okay, with that process, the talent director, they reached out to us and was like, hey, we see y'all have a platform for underground artists. We're looking for artists in this particular region. Could you send us some dope artists that you feel like they're taking their craft serious? And from
Right.
that point, we went through the list of artists because, you know, we have a talent group. So we know who's taking their seriously, you know, through their social media, you know, how they're responding, are they really active? So we went through the list and we said, hey, here go 25 artists. Out of these 25 artists, we think these artists will help you or be good for the show. And out of that one, we had one person out of Houston actually make it to the first official viewing that actually made the Netflix. And his name was Neek the Skeets. And he was
Yo,
just
no,
coming.
he is dope.
Yeah,
He's a radical artist.
exactly.
Yeah, he's nuts. He's nuts.
He's at exactly.
I
So
love,
he
but I love
actually
it. I
he
love it.
actually made the first official, and it was funny because if you watch the Netflix show, I think either it was Big Boy or one of them was like, "Man, you sound like you dope, but I can't understand you."
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? And it was cool, you know what I'm saying? And he had been like he was homegrown with Hip Hop Streets, like from the we did his first interview with him and everything. And you know, through interviews and when you're talking to artists, we can kind of understand who's really passionate about the music industry.
It's like, yes, yes. I feel like we can have a whole conversation based on that, my brother. So before Hip Hop Streets, the app came about, what was Marquis doing?
Well, I previously operated a independent clothing line called Movam, which is Mind Over Matter, and I would just, of course, I graduated from TSU and just trying to find my niche in the game and
Yes,
didn't want.
you.
Yeah,
Hey, you dope.
exactly. So just and just working and trying to find my niche and figure out what I can do to contribute to the world and also what I can do to make some money.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. Definitely, when we get off of this, I definitely want to holler at you and see how we can properly collab to help elevate each other on this. You know what I mean?
Okay.
One of the things that I also have noticed with the Houston media front is we will start to try to work together on a lot of things, but because we all have our own paths that we're trying to travel, media companies will only do their own thing. And you know what I'm saying? It's cool on one part, but for the people that we're trying to do it for, they kind of get the brunt end of that stick. It's like, dang, man, y'all had something going, and then it's like, ah. So if there's a way to cross platform, I would definitely love to do so on a much more long term scale.
I believe in that, and collaboration is key.
Absolutely.
I actually launched the app in Atlanta. I moved to Atlanta for a year to learn the industry, and what I learned when I was out there is collaboration is key. You
Hmm.
have to collaborate. That's what it's about. It's about doing the numbers. And if we're all doing the numbers, it doesn't even matter. So collaboration is key. And that's something that I want to bring back to the Houston market and let them know that, hey man, competition is dead. It's all about collaboration.
Yeah.
And you know what I love? I love how you and your team, you go out there, you like, you know what? We're going to cover the events that, you know, not many people would cover. I mean, Meg the Stallion in the beginning, Hallelujah, Erica Banks, you know, Got It, Marissa, and then, you know, like a couple other artists, you're like, we're going to get out there, this is Hip Hop Streets. We're out there, we're going to bring the real hip hop to the community itself. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that. Like, what was that like to interview, you know, Meg Thee Stallion or Hallelujah, get that full event coverage instead of saying, oh, well, I'm gonna get it from a third party. Like, no, we need to get out there in the streets. You know, we are our name.
Exactly. I love the underdog. I love the underground. So for me personally, I just love being there and seeing the growth. And when you get an artist that, you know, sometimes a lot of artists don't believe in themselves. And then we come along and it kind of makes them believe like, okay, I can really make it happen. Right. And just that whole homegrown from and that goes with everything, even with the you know, the people that we get to interview, the journalists that we meet. Some of them are fresh out of college. Sierra Nicole, she was fresh out of U of H. Hey, come on, be on this podcast. I don't know what to do. We're gonna show you what to do. This platform is not just for it's for everybody. Marketing, we grab interns, everybody, because that's what the whole concept about HipHop Streets is. We love the underground, meaning we love everybody that has something to do with the underground that's trying to make it. From the comedians to the Jeff Shelley. Jeff Shelley was one of the first. We had him on our comedy, on our podcast show, fresh out the streets. Hey, come on in here. You know, it got to be structured. Let's do this. Boom. You know, and then Bubba Dub. We just had a recent comedian, Bubba Dub, out of Lufkin, Texas. Hey, come on, be a part of it. DJ Penny Lane. She was up in Atlanta. She's actually now works at the radio station. So we grabbed her. I saw her in the club DJing and went got her in Atlanta. Hey, give me your number. We sat down, we talked, and she became the host of the podcast show. Never done it. I said, this is not about what you have done. This is about what you can do. And that's just the whole part about the whole movement with what we're doing.
You know what I mean? That is a key element to people and their progress in this thing is not necessarily doing something that you've already done, but experiencing something new and learning, oh, snap, I can do this too. And now you got a whole other situation that you can create a lane for somebody else to come under you and either run it or learn or, you know, what have you. So, no, that's live. That's live. I enjoy hearing about people opening and creating new paths for folks. You know what I mean? That's why we do this. You know what I mean? Geez, man. I want to dive into your time into Atlanta. Like, who were you working with when you started developing the app? Or is that top-notch G14 classified information? I understand if it is.
The app was built in Houston.
Okay.
I moved to Atlanta to launch it. I have the whole from the designs to what you see was homegrown, built right here in our backyard. You know, I have a team that, you know, to deal with the marketing. I had a team that deal with the graphics, and we just all, you know, this is what I did. This is how I created it. I want to, you know, I worked with certain people in the clothing industry, and I said, hey man, I want to create an app. And the crazy thing about it was they looked at me like I was crazy. They were like, what?
What you did?
I said, man, I want to create an app. They said, man, there's no, and they were like, how are we going to do it? I said, I don't know, but we're going to figure it out. And this is the funniest thing. I got awarded from Texas Southern University, top 40 under 40 School of Business graduates. And we got an award and everything. And when we went to the event, I'm always thinking, I'm always learning. So it was I saw that it was a student that she had got an award as well, and she dealt with technology. So immediately after we got our awards and, you know, people started, you know, drinking and having a good time, I went up to her. I said, hey, give me your card. Can you, you know, do you know anything about apps? And she said, yes, I do. So from that point on, we sat, we talked, we met, and then that's how I actually began the process of developing the app through her.
Nice, nice. See, if you're watching this, networking is super, super key. Had he not walked to her and first asked, hey, do you know anything about this? He already had it in his mind that this is what I am trying to do. Those that believe in manifestation, you speak it into existence and you watch the universe give you everything you need directly in front of you. but you got to continue to move forward in that vein, and that is super super dope. That first of all, you're utilizing all your networking. Second, that you did it over at TSU. I need to go back. I need to finish, but you know what I'm saying. Know that that's coming out of the hood, out of the college that you know what I'm saying. My family in particular holds dear to their heart. The neighborhood holds dear to the heart. You know what I'm saying. To know that came out of TSU, I'm not clapping right now, but understand, I'm in the middle of the Grammys, clapping for you like straight out loud. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's super super dope. You know what I mean? I'm in a Zoom chat with some beautiful TSU alumni over here. Y'all give yourselves a round of applause for that.
We look
Texas
forward
Southern, man.
to
Texas
you.
Southern build champions, man. And the funniest thing about it, I was the last class that Priscilla Slade graduated. So I was the last class that she shook hands with.
Nice, nice. And see, I started back in '02. Didn't fit like I did. I have 2 years left that I need to go back.
Okay.
So, but yeah, no, I would have definitely been in there with her. Dr. Poudet was the dean over there. I'm not sure if he's still there, but
I mean, he there, but he's not the dean anymore. But that's my homie though. Shout out to Poudet. He let me get away with a lot of stuff in class.
over at the MLK building.
You know it. Talk to me about the structure of the app. It is 24/7 streaming, but will you have specific artists and you tap and you hear their radio? Or is it just continuously live? And you
We focus on the artist singles because the industry has turned into the songs versus the album. And I tell a lot of artists a lot of time, you go into the studio and you putting out and you're trying to stand there all day and you're putting out a 15-track album. There's so much music on the net and everything. Nobody's going to actually listen to a full 15-track album, especially of an underground artist. So why not focus on pushing a single? So this is what I tell them. So if you got you in there, go make your 10 tracks. But okay, so for the first 30 days, let's push this one song you got. Let's see if it get hot. Then next month, go to the next song. Because you cannot put all your energy into 15 songs and think somebody's going to listen to 15 songs. You won't even listen to 15 songs of Jeezy or T.I. right now. You're going to listen to one hot song and you're going to keep it shuffling into rotation. So our app rotates through underground artists' songs. So if you like his song, you create a fan. And then if they like that song, then they'll go back and listen to your catalog.
Mm-hmm. That has been something I have been trying to put on artists' mind for the longest. Not only should folks be at this time picky about how they're utilizing these digital streaming platforms, instead of just putting all of your music out there, stay true. Like put your single on your own individual platform, and make them come to you to either spend that $2, $5 for your single, and then see where you end up. At least now you cut out the middleman, because I understand when you upload it to these DSPs, you're getting cents per play versus that $5 up front, you know what I'm saying, for them to download your song. That is super, super, super key, especially when you're dealing in the independent artist realm. Yeah, it sounds nice to have your music on Tidal. Sounds nice to have it on Apple Music, and great. I salute you. Do not stop doing that. But at the same time, you have to organize yourself in structure, to where you having these things planned out. And the way you even said down to 15 songs, cool. That's the next 15 months. We're already planned out.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And then what I do too as well, and if the song's doing well on the app, I'll reach out to you like, hey man, your song is doing well on the app. Push it more. We actually did that for it's called Locked In, Lil Chad, and it's booming in the clubs right now. And his song was doing good, and they was about to get off the song. And I said, hey, y'all need to continue to push this song, Locked In. They really, they really vibing to it. And from that point, he actually is doing well in this club. Even with the Young Al first single when he came out, we had OTB We also giving you feedback on what our listeners are saying. And these are not listeners that in the neighborhood. These are listeners all over the world. And I tell them all the time, just because you had a hot song in your neighborhood and you feel like it's old, it's still new in Atlanta. It's still new in New York. It's still new in Detroit. So don't come off the song. Quit thinking about what your homeboy's tired of and start thinking about what the world hasn't heard yet.
Exactly. If you listen to any of these bigger name artists, by the time that song gets on that album, they will probably say, yeah, we did that song like 2-3 years ago.
I told him the same thing.
You know what I mean?
Master P is the blueprint for that. The Ice Cream Man song was probably around 3 years before it took off.
Yeah.
Man, if even someone who's even more recent, 50 Cent, how long was Wanksta out, or that mixtape that they took those songs off of to make the Get Rich or Die Trying album?
Exactly.
So much of that stuff literally will sit and build before they actually release their album. So I am definitely all for it. Like Toby Nwigwe is, I don't know how he's not a formula for people to follow. The man literally gives people a formula, a song a week with the video leading up to an album with all of those songs that you just saw on there. Now, of course, you know what I'm saying, he has the resources to be able to do it, but there was a point in time when he didn't, and the work didn't change. The only thing that changed is the resources that he then allowed to come in and utilize to do what he's already been doing. You don't got to do one a week. You can do one a month, like you said.
One a month. Everybody say you do one a month.
One a month, and that way you get all your resources together. I'm not sure what it costs for a World Star, but heck, put it on YouTube. Put your video on YouTube. Put the song by itself without the video on YouTube. Get you some numbers. And utilize all the other resources that you can to continue to push it. You know what I mean? I mean, heck, if you're on the HipHop Streets app, Marcus is going to reach out to you and let you know, like, hey, yeah, I think you got something here, my man.
Exactly. And we help drive traffic to the artists. So it's not like you put your music on there and we just sit it on there. We send out push notifications. We're doing the IG live interviews with underground artists. We're promoting you on our platform. And like I tell a lot of these platforms not promoting you, you're promoting the platform. We're going to promote you and say, hey, check out his music. Hey, check out this artist. And then we're going to give you an interview. So, if this is your first time being in an interview, you're getting practice. So now you know how to conduct an interview. And then there's also more content for you.
So let me ask you this, from an artist standpoint. I have a song. I want to get it on HipHop Streets. How do I do that?
You'll go to app.hiphopstreets.com and you would upload it. And I think we're charging $2, $5.99 to upload unlimited music and music videos for 30 days.
Nice.
So for $5.99 and you got 20 songs a month, you can upload it to the platform. And each new song that you upload, we do a push notification about it. You know what I'm saying? And then within that we'll give you an IG live interview.
Man. Okay, so if I stop paying the $5.99, do the songs remain there, or
your music and your music videos will stay on the app up to the point where you reach out and say, hey, I don't want it on that no more.
Understood. So I pay my $5.99 this month. I upload my songs. Do I have the ability to, like you were suggesting, if I want to upload all 15 songs right now, but I only want one of these songs available, would I be able to do that?
Yes.
Already.
Yes, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So, and a lot of times we get a lot of artists that, hey, they I got a new song coming out. I want to push. Okay, cool. We'll push you. We're basically just a marketing platform for the underground artists to help you gain it. You know what I'm saying? And then what we have new that's we're really working on, we're working with Ghana. So we're finna connect Ghana and the US. So we're gonna help the artists from the US get heard in Ghana, and we're gonna help the artists in Ghana get heard in the US.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Very
That
international.
yeah, man. That's so man, man, brother. That's a direct connect straight back to the land from which we came. I love it.
Exactly.
I love it.
And when you see these artists over here, man, they're dope. Like they're really dope in Ghana. Like I'm talking about, you'll be surprised. You'll be like, wow, like nah, they're not just how people think they are. Like they're really really got talent, really talented.
Yeah, see, and it's easy for so with Houston Trend, of course, it was easy for me to fixate on local talent because we're out here. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Thankfully for apps like with Instagram, you can kind of start following like certain cities and whatnot, seeing who's popping where, or who's utilizing certain hashtags. So I have found other artists outside of Houston that would be considered local in their city and started
Mhm.
trying to kind of follow them and see what they're doing. And there's a lot of dope guys out there, man, that definitely could benefit from this platform. So if
Yeah,
there's
and Houston
anything that
Trend,
we can do,
go ahead.
I was saying, if there's anything we can do from this point forward to further assist with what you got, it's done.
Correct. I would most definitely. I was just thinking about it the other day, man. Doing a summit and just partnering up with a lot of the media companies and just do a summit all together. One big summit where we all collaborate and just bring our resources together and just do a big old summit just for new artists and underground artists. Because I know y'all target that and because it's a lot of dope artists in Houston that we haven't reached out that we know that y'all have connections and reach out to as well and just collaborate and continue to build each other up. You know what I'm saying? And most definitely, y'all podcast show, we would love to stream it on our app. We would love to
Done.
stream it.
That's I'm already there. I'm just trying to figure out how to put the bio together now.
And with the podcast shows, we don't. That's not open to anybody to go upload. That's something that we do personally because we want to make sure that we keep good content. You know what I'm saying? And we know y'all have good content, and just been following y'all movement for a while.
Man, there's a reason why Joe Budden went off and made his own Joe Budden network is because at the end of the day, what we do holds that value. And we can't allow anybody else outside of what we do to dictate what we do. You know what I mean? Can't tell us we're free and then make us comfortable slaves.
Exactly. Exactly.
Man,
Yeah. Ooh, that's
man,
right there.
man. I wanna hurry up and end this call so I can talk to you on one-on-one. And then I know IG only lets us do 15-minute videos. But is there anything that you feel as though that we have not discussed that somebody should know about Hip Hop Streets?
Basically, I keep saying it, and people gotta understand it, man. Use us. That's the whole thing about it. Use us to get ahead. We not worried about all that. We want the underground artists to use us to continue to grow. And a lot of these underground artists, they really don't understand that it's numbers. So if you got 1,000, I'm just gonna say on the low end, if you have 1,000 listeners and followers that like everything you do 1,000 times 10. And if that's what you can make monthly from 1,000 people. So it's a numbers game. I want to be here, I want to be there. Now you got to start off and get you 1,000 followers first, 1,000 true followers, and then you can start making a profit.
If you ever talk to anybody, any program director at any radio station, the first thing they will ask you is, what are your numbers looking like? And if you're an artist and you got 200 followers on your social media combined, now is not the time to start coming to a set platform. Build yourself up to where there's some, and all you're asking for is 1,000. You know what I mean? Folks are out here asking for 10, 20, 30, you know what I'm saying? And the And as an artist, it should not be difficult to gain 8,000 follows, listeners, or anything like that. Because if it's dope, the quality is going to speak for itself. People are going to come to it. It's that simple. That's
exactly.
It's,
And I just tell them, just have an open mind. You gotta understand, man. Don't sometimes your audience is not in your backyard. Your audience might be in a whole nother state, a whole nother city.
absolutely, my man. Let's go ahead and wrap this one up. Man, I'm not even wanting to do it, but I also want to pull you off the line and holler at you.
Okay.
First of all, thank you so very much for taking the time out. I know we had some miscommunication yesterday. I'm glad we were able to knock this out today. I'm excited for all the things that you got coming on to yourself and for the future, my brother.
I appreciate y'all, man.